Welcome back. This is session 11. In this session, we are going to talk about nested loops. We'll be trying to understand in this session is what nested loops are, how can we write nested loops, and what is the requirement of a nested loop. We'll also go further and try to understand a couple of loops shortcuts. So we write many shortcuts in the loops. We'll try to cover those all. And finally, we'll take a demo wherein we will do one of the questions based on nested loops and we'll try to understand the assignments. Talking about the nested loops, if you write a loop within another loop, that becomes a nested loop. So as the name suggests, nested means nesting one within another. So see this example wherein we are actually trying to, we have written one loop for loop outside. This is called outer. And within this, there is another loop. So consider this as a simple instruction. So what happens in normally that you are running a loop from 1 to 5. So this instruction, whatever it is been doing, just forget for some time. This will be repeated 5 times. Okay. So this is a normal loop structure, right? It starts from here, closes here. But with this instruction can be another loop. So you see that there is an outer loop, and within this outer loop, there is another loop that is executing for 10 times. So what will happen? This activity will be performed 5 times because this is outside loop is running 5 times, and the inside loop itself is running 10 times, right? So it will come for the first time and this will happen 10 times. Then it will come second time, this will happen 10 times. Then it will come third time and this will happen 10 times, fourth time and 10 times, fifth time and this will happen 10 times. And then this will come out of the loop. This is how nested loops are written. I will take you to demo this example. We'll try to understand one question and see how can we leverage the concept of nested loop in our programming. So let's go there. I am here in Google Chrome and I have opened online GDB editor. This is one editor wherein we write C program. For your benefit and in order to save the time, I have already written the program. I'll walk you through this program. This program is about you have to print a table of 1 to 5. So table, you know, right? There is table like 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, like that. So you have to print the table of 1 to 5, right? So it's not like one thing. I mean, there are two things. So if you have been asked to print the table of just 5, so you can run a loop 10 times and then you can print it. But here you have to print the table of multiple values. That's why I have run a loop, that is outer loop. This loop runs from 1 to 5 so that it will give 1 to this inner loop, and this inner loop will print the table of that. It will give 2 to this inner loop, and this inner loop print the table of 2. It will give 3 to this inner loop, and this inner loop will print the table of 3. Likewise 4 and likewise 5. And the inner loop is doing very simple. You see, percentage %d into percentage %d equals percentage %d. I means the value given by outer loop. Let's say the outer loop has given 1. So 1, and j's value will range from 1 to 10. So 1, 1, and 1 into 1. So this will display 1 into 1 equals 1, 1 into 2 equals 2, 1 into 3 equals 3. Likewise, once it finishes the table of 1, then it will give you 2. So 2 into 1 equal to 2, 2 into 2 equal to 4, and like that table is printed. So the point to understand here is it's nowhere different. I mean, the loops are very simple. I mean, the way you write a normal loop, nested loops are written the same way. It is just about one loop within another loop. And just you need to little focus on the concept, how the execution that takes place. I think I have been able to make you understand the concept of this nesting of the loops over here. Let me run the program. So here runs the program, and let's check the output. The output is shown like this: table of 1, 1 into 1, 1 2 are 2, and 3 are 3, like table of 2, table of 3, table of 4, and table of 5, right? As we have gone through the nested loop concepts, now let's understand the loops shortcuts. So what are loop shortcuts? So while writing codes, we do some shortcuts, or expert coders write many shortcuts. So many a times you will see like, hey, we know that the loop has three section like initialization and like condition and increment or decrement. But sometimes you see that, hey, the increment is missing. Somebody has not even intentionally or unintentionally missed to write increment or decrement. So what will happen in that case? These are a couple of scenarios that I have tried to cover and share with you. So let's understand the first thing. If you see any loop written like this for a no initialization, no condition, no increment and decrement. So do you think, what do you think, how many times this loop will run? Will this loop run even once or it will run forever? So the answer is it will run forever because this loop doesn't find that where to start from, where to stop, and for by what value I should increase or decrease. So this will keep on running. Likewise, initialize the value, but you are not telling that this is your limit, right? So you are not telling the limit, so it keep on going and this will run infinite times. The value has not been initialized and even value has not been told to decrease or increase, but the condition has written this will again run infinite times. Condition 4, there is no initial value, there is no condition, but you keep on adding the value of I. This loop will also run infinite times. Next, you have initialized the loop with 1, but there is no limited condition, like till what value it should go, and you are increasing. This loop will again go infinite times. And the last is initialized, and you know the condition, but you have not mentioned increment or decrement. This again will run infinite times. So the summary is this is very important and very important to write all the three parts of the loop. If you are not writing somewhere, the loop will go infinite times, right? I would also like to cover one last example in the last scenario. While one, this is a very common practice you will see in codes many people have written. This is a kind of while loop that we have written, and one is considered to be as a true. So this loop will keep on going and it keep on going for infinite times. So you can also see this kind of shortcuts of the loop written, right? So let me take you to the editor and show some of the scenarios to understand how the shortcuts are and how they behave. So I am in GDB editor again, and here I am trying to, let's try to do some sort of shortcuts. So I have written int I, and I am writing for semicolon, semicolon. So no initialization, and no increment, no decrement, no condition, right? So let's see how it works. If I'm running this, you see that hello world, hello world, hello world, hello world keep on printing. And this will go infinite times. You need to stop your program, literally break your program. So I have stopped it. Now writing backslash. Let's see what if I am telling I equals 1, but then I am not telling any increment or decrement. This again keeps on going, you see. I need to stop it. Likewise, you can try all the variations and all the shortcuts that we have discussed today, right? I hope that what concepts of a nested loop that we have discussed are pretty much clear to you. You are now at in the position to write those questions, and you can do the proper coding related to nested loops. See you in the next video. Bye bye.
Subscribe for more updates. Comment or write us at mailtocodewithabby@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.